Hello and very warm welcome. I am Dr. Suhail Qureshi and I'm presenting you my program Sharp Edge, where I talk to the world-renowned social and political personalities in a very close and candid way of communicating with them, asking very razor-sharp questions and getting the answers which are from the core of their hearts. Today I have a very special guest. Actually, I am his guest today, and this is Sahibzada Jahangir, also known as Chiku Bhai in the world, who is the focal person of Imran Khan and PTI in the United Kingdom and Europe, and he is also a founding member of the PTI party. We are at Chiku Bhai's house today in London, and we are here to ask some very serious questions. And I hope that you will enjoy it. So very warm welcome, Chiku Bhai.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
As you're aware that we will do a lot of questions and hopefully we'll have a very candid answers from you. Mm-hmm. You are very kind to remind me that I can ask any question from you, and I thank you very much for that again. So how are you doing? So everything is okay? I know it's a difficult time for PTI and you for the last 1 year.
I would say it's a very difficult time, not for PTI, but it's a very difficult time for Pakistan. Because all this backlash that we are hearing, what is happening in Pakistan, the complete brutal violation of human rights. I mean, I'm as old as Pakistan independence is. I've never witnessed this kind of scenes coming out, projected on the television that is taking place in Pakistan. Women being dragged on the streets, journalists abducted, kidnapped, killed, children missing, their wives assaulted in front of them, threats coming to the political leaders, political workers, families, that their families will be made to suffer. Prisons are being filled with the prisoners, political prisoners. Today I was reading, PTI statement came out that we have over 7,500 political prisoners in the jail, which the government has contradicted that and said they are around 4,000 prisoners that have been rounded up and put into the jail. 4,000. 4,000 is a hell of a lot of people. Forget about 7,000. We live in a civilized country. You're taking my interview here in the UK. Here, one person's life is very important. You give him dignity. You give him respect. You just don't pick him up. You just don't pick up a lathi and start hitting him on his back, load him in a van and take him away. These fundamental human rights, fundamental rights, this is the basic right that is given to us under any constitution. So yes, to answer your question, it is a very difficult time for all of us, for all the political parties, and for all the people in Pakistan.
Yeah, indeed. Pakistan is definitely suffering. And of course that there is a slant on these political events that's unfolding in front of us. And I'll dig a little bit deeper into that. But before we go further, what has PTI or what have you done to voice these concerns that you have?
Yeah. You see, we have, obviously, the whole world is watching what is happening in Pakistan. It's not just something that we have to do. We have, nonetheless, exercised our right to demonstrate, exercised our right to protest, and we have done it outside the embassies, overseas. We have 10 million Pakistanis living abroad. And out of 10 million Pakistanis that are living here, We are very regularly in touch with our families, our friends back home in Pakistan. We are very emotionally and physically involved with people in Pakistan. We possibly, I think, care and love more Pakistan than the Pakistani living in Pakistan. We are given the title, we are overseas Pakistanis. And to answer the question, we remit somewhere in a region of about $33 billion to Pakistan every year. And equally same amount we inject in Pakistan economy every year. So there's a huge participation on our part as far as Pakistan politics is concerned, economy is concerned, and day-to-day life is concerned. Naturally, we are very concerned with what is happening in Pakistan. And there are noise coming in from everywhere. European Parliament has told Pakistan that they got to take it easy, can't just go on like this. It's a jungle law, the way they are picking up people. People cannot be treated like that. Similarly, so has the Congress from United States of America. I believe there are 66 congressmen who have written to the Secretary of State that he should intervene and ask Pakistan to exercise restraint. And so has the British government. And so our participation continues. But in Pakistan, what is happening, we feel it is very wrong. We feel this is giving us a very bad picture, humiliating Pakistan and Pakistan outside. Whatever projection we had done to put Pakistan really on the world map is damaging, and damaging very fast.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for a very detailed answer. This is not what you had expected well over 20 years ago when you were a founder member of PTI first committee, so to say. Would you mind telling us how it all started, the formation of PTI?
You see, now you're asking me totally going back to 27 years, but since you have asked me, I suppose I have to tell you. Why was PTI formed? Why did Imran Khan form the PTI? Was Imran Khan a politician at that time? No, he was not. Was any of us who joined Imran Khan in the early stages, from day one onward, were we politicians? No, we were not. We were all involved in our businesses. Somebody was living in Saudi Arabia, somebody was living in London, somebody in America. We all got together and we said we're going to help Imran Khan. He had a vision, and that vision was that there is one rule for one and one rule for the other. It shouldn't happen like that. You only live once. And the one who is lesser privileged has got equal right to also live as well as the one with the more privileges. And that is why PTI was formed, to bring Insaf. Insaf means justice, to bring justice. And since then, you have seen the party membership multiplied, the following and the supporters multiplied, and it has become the largest political party ever in the history of Pakistan, one party to enjoy that much support. What has Imran Khan been asking? His government was ousted, he was ousted from the premiership, but after that, what has he been asking? He has been asking to please allow fair and free election. You hold the election, whosoever wins, hand the government over to that particular people, and the dispute and the problem is finished. All this burning which is taking place in Pakistan all comes to an end. Everybody lives peacefully. What was the fault of those 10 people, that youth, the 10 young people who were killed? They were fighting a war for a Naya Pakistan, which means new Pakistan. Their dream is finished. They're gone from this world. What crime they had done? The only crime they had done was they came out to protest, asking for fair and free election. and you shot them and you killed them.
Your critics and party's critics and Imran Khan's critics say that there has been a very militant kind of voice that Imran Khan has been pushing in the minds of the youth, and that probably led to what has been happening recently, especially on 9th of May. What would you say about that?
What I would say to that is, you see, you are saying Imran Khan has been poisoning the mind of the youth.
I'm not saying.
No, you're not saying. But what the question implied? That youth mind is going to be affected. My dear sir, Imran Khan is Allah's gift to Pakistan. We never had a leader like him. We had thieves, we had dacoits, we had money launderers, we had people with very low character. We had people who were morally corrupt. We were people who were intellectually dishonest. They were our leaders. We grew up watching them. And those leaders from nowhere started making all that money that you see when we demonstrate outside Evanfield in London, Park Lane. Block of flats upstairs belongs to Nawaz Sharif. From where it has come? Monte Carlo, Asif Zardari, mansions after mansions in the south of France, Manhattan, New York. Our senior bureaucrats, their children studying here in the UK, in America, driving brand new BMWs. What is the salary of that bureaucrat? What is the salary of that retired general? What is the salary of that politician? Or the source of income of that politician, that his children or their children are being educated here in this country like members of royal family. Against this came one man whose name is Imran Khan. Now what message could he give to the young people who were standing on a hopeless pitch, who had no hope of a survival, who for generations and generations died of hunger, died uneducated? First, he gave them a hospital. As you and I are talking right now, somebody's life Allah is saving right now, this very minute, through the hands of Imran Khan at Shaukat Khanum. Name me one Muslim leader around the world who is right this moment through whose hand Allah is saving somebody's life. No, nothing is happening. He did that. Look at Namal University. People, the children whose parents were very poor are now being educated at such a renowned university. It's a renowned institution in the world, Namal University, Knowledge City. And they're going to come out with PhD degrees, with MS degrees, in IT, in science, in computer science. Look at the bright future they will have. This is what he has given to them. And at the same time, he also told them that if you want to continue, because I will not be there forever, I will be gone just like anybody goes. We all belong to Allah, and to Allah we will return, inshallah. So, he has been telling them that you got to wake up and stand up and fight for your rights. And what is that fight? That fight is demand, protest, and come out for freedom, for respect, for dignity, which you haven't got right now. You're treated worse than a slave at the moment. And that's what happened the moment Imran Khan was arrested. Look the chaos that took place in Pakistan.
But Imran Khan had an opportunity. He had what they say, help of the establishment and the army, right or wrong. Imran Khan became Prime Minister, Apparently, Imran Khan and General Bajwa were on the same page for a very long time. And then 3.5 years down the line, what really happened that broke the relationship between Imran Khan and General Bajwa or the establishment?
You see, I would not really like to, if you would not mind, I would not like to answer on General Bajwa and Imran Khan. But I will make another comment. Imran Khan was the Prime Minister of the country, and in cabinet he had over 70 ministers sitting there. Name me one cabinet with 70 ministers in the world which can perform. Now you can't say Imran Khan failed, because Imran Khan did not fail when he set up Shaukat Khanum, and he appointed his trustees there, and he handed the hospital over to the trustee to run the hospital. And that hospital, Shaukat Khanum, became a world-renowned institution. Imran Khan did not fail when he set up a Namal University, handed over the truth to the trustees, and trustees made it into a world-known institution. So why did the government fail? The government failed because we had everybody from everywhere sitting in the PM cabinet office. Imran Khan's hands and legs were tightened. They were put around the ropes. And this is what you get when that happens. Now, inshallah, when the election takes place, really my wish is, and I pray to Allah, that he will come with majority so he can sit there and implement his policies. But if again we have to be on a stage where we have to form coalition with every single other person, then you're making a khichdi. I don't know how to explain it in English, but then, it has stones also in there, it has everything in there. You're not going to enjoy it. No good is going to come out of that.
There is a Russian and Polish dish called goulash. So probably that is what you mean. So, yeah. So the elections are delayed, but one day they certainly happen. Imran Khan has shown a huge popularity in the recent times. We were reading the other day, Imran Khan said that 70% of the population actually supports him. Probably it's not that far from the truth either. But do you think PTI has done some learning and to learn from its mistakes? And if it comes back to power, it will not repeat the same mistakes?
You see, first of all, I see a bit of a hopelessness in your question which you asked me. If election would take place, and someday they will. That's what you said. No. You should say elections will take place. We have a constitution. Do we live in a jungle? In jungle you can say no. There are going to be no election, there are going to be 1,000 and he will be standing there and that's it. No, for God's sake, we are 230 million people. And in this 21st century, nations are going like this. India, with whom we used to compete not many years ago, has got foreign exchange reserves over $600 billion. And our foreign exchange reserves are somewhere around $4 billion. Bangladesh, that we used to call Bhuka Bengali, and we were happy that we got rid of them because one poor province has gone out of Pakistan. Their foreign exchange reserves are in a region of about $60 billion, and we are sitting on 4. Who are we comparing ourselves with? We can't compare ourselves with Ghana, we can't compare ourselves with Bangladesh, we can't compare ourselves with goodness knows who. There is hardly any country left that we can compare ourselves with. So, my friend, elections will have to take place. There is no shortcut to it. And when the election takes place, like I said, let the people decide. We hope our party will win. Similarly, the other parties, they too hope they will win. But it should be fair and fair election. Your other thing is, you talked about Imran Khan. What Imran Khan has given to the youth is an ideology. Imran Khan has become an ideology. I promise you, it's not a figure of speech I'm making, I'm telling you the truth. I was in Turkey and I met one of the foreigners over there, not Turkish, that person belonged to some other country. And he asked me, where are you from? And I said, Pakistan. And he said, India? I said, no, Pakistan. Well, he did not know Pakistan. So I said, do you know Imran Khan? He said, of course I know Imran Khan. You know, that is the kind of a name this man has created around the world because of his honesty, because of contribution that he has made to the humanity. He's well respected throughout. And what are we doing? We are putting all sort of cases, all sort of things against him. We're calling him terrorist. Is he a terrorist? The guy who won the World Cup for us brought joy to Pakistan. The guy who set up Shaukat Khan, the guy who set up Namal College, is he going to destroy Pakistan? Is he going to be a terrorist? So, I think Imran is our last hope, and really if Pakistan has to go forward, we need to have a change. Change is very necessary from these old leaders. Because all these old leaders, you know, I know, and the listeners who are watching me, they know, are absolutely corrupt. They are corrupt right to their neck. You know, the amount of money that they have made. And from where have they made? They have made from Pakistan. So whose money they have taken? They have taken the money that would have been spent on the poor, on their education, on their welfare, on their health, on their housing, on their development. No. So what happened? What did they do? What they did was they called themselves Khanzada, Makhdoomzada, Hassandada, and all those big names. And they told the children, never follow one rule, never give education to the ones who vote for you, the villagers. Because the moment you educate them, they will have the power to ask you a question. And as long as they remain uneducated, they will carry on electing you. Our grandfather was elected that way. We were elected that way. Our children are elected that way. Our grandchildren will be elected that way. Imran Khan is standing against the system. So really,
I fully understand and appreciate your sentiments, but democracies in countries like Pakistan, there are ideologies, there are principles, and there are pragmatism. We know that our history is littered with army interventions, martial laws, and when the entire elite, establishment, and to the extent the political parties are against Imran Khan, that's why I raised the question of elections when. But I hope, let's leave it there, that, you know, they will happen. Pakistan deserves elections. We deserve a better governance. And let's move to some lighter notes, right? So I know that it's very sentimental for you, and I can fully appreciate it. But let's talk about something that you really, really cherish, and that is your Pakistan. What do you think the Pakistan will be in 5 years' time? At this time, what do you think Pakistan will be in 5 years?
Before we go to Pakistan in 5 years' time, you asked me a question earlier on as to what happened on the 9th of May when we were talking. Let me because that's something very important and that will go down in our history. So we must talk about that. I very strongly condemn the burning of the Corps Commander House, Jinnah House. I strongly condemn the burning of the military installations. And I strongly condemn burning of any private house, any buses, any cars, any rickshaws, anything, destruction taking place in Pakistan. I must make it very clear to you. Pakistan Army is our soul and heart. Pakistan Army are the defenders of our borders. Pakistan Army are the protectors. It is because of them that we breathe freely in Pakistan. The sacrifices they make. Every day when we wake up, we hear 5 or 6 or 7 soldiers have become shaheed, have died. So imagine the services they make. How can any sane person be against the Pakistan Army? No, I salute the Pakistan Army. My whole family, 90% of my family has been serving in the Pakistan Army. Starting, and just allow me to give you a few names, starting with my grandfather. He was first IG Police of Pakistan. Then my own father, Colonel A.D. Jahangir, was in British India Army, serving as a colonel. My uncle, Sahibzada General Yaqub. My another uncle, Sahibzada General Sher Ali. My brother-in-law, Air Commodore Jamshed Akbar, Junaid Jamshed's father. My father's brother-in-law, Admiral Muzaffar Hassan, Commander-in-Chief of Pakistan Navy. And it goes on and on and on and on all the way down. We are part and parcel of Pakistan Army. We gave our lives, our services to the Pakistan Army. Last drop of my blood, if needed, will be at the services of the Pakistan Army soldiers. So we are not against them. How can we be against them? The crooks, the criminals who are sitting in Islamabad in the government, they have created this drift between PTI and the army. And army is anti-PTI. Neither army is anti-PTI. Army, I bet my life. Who is army? Army is also human beings. I bet they love PTI. But why would they not love PTI? Why would they not love Imran Khan? Why would a soldier and his family would not love Imran Khan? He's got faring, he's got hospital, education, everything for them. Why is he not going to like him? Why is he going to like Rana Sanaullah, the soldier? Why is he going to like Nawaz Sharif? What has he got in common with those people? What has he got common with Asad Zardari? If at all there is something in common, even for you, it would be with Imran Khan. So my friend, today the nation stands behind Imran Khan.
Yeah. No, certainly. When I was doing research for this interview, and I tried to find any statement by Imran Khan or PTI that is anti-state and anti-government, and I have to say that I have found none.
And I will, if you permit me, I will also answer that the one that you asked 5 years from now. Mm-hmm. It is my hope and my prayer that Pakistan each day will advance more and more in all the fields that are required today. We will get out of our financial problems. There will be investment, huge investment coming in. In 2019, I took Andrew Forrest with me, and Andrew Forrest is the richest Australian in Australia, valued over $20 billion. And twice I took him to Pakistan, and he was going to invest $10 billion in green technology when Imran Khan was the Prime Minister. But our bureaucracy is so thoroughly corrupt that they made sure the project does not go through. They put all the banners, all the spanners in the way to block it. And they finally succeeded. And Andrew, being a billionaire, obviously could not wait forever. He moved on and he went and invested in other countries. So I will, and the other Pakistanis, we will always invest in Pakistan. We will take investors in Pakistan. It is our desire and hope and dream that Pakistan will rise further and further. Take my example, look at me. For 45 years I have lived here. I have not done one penny business in Pakistan. I have not earned one penny from Pakistan. I always stayed as an honorary minister for trade and investment at the Punjab House when I visited in Islamabad. every time when I left, I paid my bills. 100% I paid my bills. Not one penny favor I took from the government of Pakistan. So, when in 45 years living here, I'm still running to Pakistan to help Pakistan. Imagine the love the other Pakistanis living in this country and elsewhere have got for Pakistan. You yourself, you're still talking about Pakistan. Living in here, you're talking about Pakistan. Pakistan has a very, very soft corner in our heart. Pakistan is our mother. You never forget your mother. For your mother, your last drop is there.
It appears that PTI is perhaps losing war in the war of narratives, even though the PTI and Imran Khan never said anything about establishment or the army in that manner. But the entire media and the political leaders and sometimes even the DGISPR are making statements that are putting really PTI into a corner, so to say. So I would like to hear from you, what is the PTI stance on this, and being the focal person of Imran Khan, what is your stance on the recent events going on from 9th May?
You see, as I mentioned to you earlier, and I still maintain that, there is hardly any person, either in Pakistan or out of Pakistan, that would not have the highest of regards, love, respect for our army. And our army is the establishment. Yes, Chief of Army Staff is the strongest man in Pakistan. He's there. We have huge respect for him because he's our commander of our army. There is no difference of any kind between the armed forces, army, air force, navy, and PTI. All this is being created, the impression is being floated by PDM leaders who are very fearful that should elections take place, should Pakistan become peaceful, then they will demand for the election. But if we carry on with this trouble, if we carry on with this noise that is happening, burning taking place, arrest taking place, all this taking place, then election will continue to be delayed and delayed and delayed. And PDM will carry on sitting in the government. So it is in the interest to create this kind of a noise. And that is what is happening. So let me be absolutely clear to you that we have highest of regards for our soldiers. They are the defenders, protectors of our borders. And it is because of them, those great shaheeds who have died, that we are there. They have gone, but in order to give us the opportunity of living and surviving in our country. So I don't think there is any such thing that exists between PTI and the establishment.
Well, thank you very much, Igubhai. It's very reassuring and heartening to know that what you're reiterating, because PTI is an asset of the country. It represents a large portion of our population, and overseas Pakistanis, especially PTI, is very, very popular. And we neutral overseas Pakistanis become very perturbed when we see a populist movement is being marred by a propaganda or reality we don't know. And to hear something from you, who is the founding member and probably the closest friend and ally and a spokesperson of Imran Khan. So thank you very much for reassuring me and our audience. So thank you very much, dear audience, for watching this program, Sharp Edge. I am Dr. Sohail Qureshi, your host today, and we were speaking very candidly with Sahibzada Jahangir, aka Chiku Bhai, who had been a great host today, and he really talked to us from the depth of his heart. I hope that the sentiments that Chiku Bhai has shown today, these are transported to Pakistan and to the rest of the world and will bring peace and harmony. Thank you very much. Bye.